Hello, my name is Juwan Buford, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to hear this abbreviated business overview regarding small biz. Indeed, I know you would not have been invited to hear this information unless one of my colleagues thought very highly of you and believed you could benefit from it. This conversation will be brief but comprehensive, so I encourage you to take notes. Briefly, my background is that of a business development professional. I've worked with business owners for almost 2 decades in the capacity of a licensed bank officer, investment advisor, general agency owner, and now a business owner with SmallBiz, helping entrepreneurs to make smart financial and legal decisions, acquire the capital to expand their businesses, take care of their families, and protect their business interests all across North America and the UK. My responsibility today is simply to share with you briefly who we are, what we do, and why you may want to join approximately 4.6 million individuals and over 300,000 businesses that find our services very useful. So let's get started, shall we? As small business owners, specifically if you're a sole prop or a micro business owner, you're the marketing person, communications director, chief financial officer, copy editor, receptionist, social media and IT person, human resource officer, or you're the put out the fire person, the accountant, the attorney, email, phone call, text message, follow-up person, etc., etc., etc. In addition to actually serve your clients, you most likely feel like you've left something on the table every single day and there's simply not enough time. Well, there's a better way. SmallBiz is a unique partnership between Go Small Biz and Legal Shield, a 40-plus-year-old industry leader providing an invaluable suite of services to help fledgling and established business owners acquire more clients, make smarter financial decisions, acquire funding, cut expenses, scale, retain good employees, and protect their business and legal interests. When you become a SmallBiz member, we wrap you around a network of over 7,000 attorneys, plus an army of business consultants. Our lawyers, not paralegals or secretaries, have an average of 20 plus years of experience. We pay our firms approximately $250,000 upwards of $2 million on a monthly basis to serve our clients. And as you can imagine, when you're compensating firms millions of dollars on a monthly and annual basis, that buys you a lot of privilege and access. So what does this access look like for you, the entrepreneur? Well, what if you could tap an app or dial a telephone number to handle your legal and business matters about any issue from the trivial to the traumatic? In other words, if you could pick up the phone and have professionals that would help you properly structure your business, S Corp, C Corp, LLC, deal with a dispute with a customer or an employee. Unfortunately, in business, sometimes not only do you have to protect yourself from the public, but the behavior of your own employees or business partners. How about workers' comp issues? Maybe you're concerned about a tax audit or simply want to know, should you pay your taxes quarterly or annually? You have questions about how to manage your payroll, how do you maximize tax deductions, or what business structure would best limit the amount of taxes you're obligated to pay. Perhaps you have questions about local and national ordinances, licensing requirements. You want to better understand how to draft a letter of intent, a contracting agreement, get started on a business plan, or you realize you need to create an employee handbook or operations agreement. How convenient would it be to be able to request a document? In other words, no more Google decisions, prepared by legal and business professionals, edit the document, and have a team of attorneys to review the document to make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. And here's the thing, not receive a bill in the mail thereafter. Maybe you want to initiate a collections process against a vendor or a contractor who gladly accepted your money but didn't keep up their side of the bargain, or dealt with a customer that decided they didn't want to pay for services rendered, dealing with a tenant that doesn't want to pay the rent, or you're dealing with a landlord that doesn't want to bring their building up to code. How much would it be worth to pick up the phone and delegate the collections process to your law firm with a collection letter, for example? And if the attorneys collect $50 or $50,000, all the monies will be delivered to you. Do you have questions about protecting your intellectual property? Issues related to copyrights, patents, and trademarks, mulled over a possible partnership agreement, or you desire to learn more about business succession planning, or had concerns about an impending lawsuit? How much would it be worth to know that you could have a team of attorneys all across the nation that would show up to court and defend your interests, as long as you're not Grand Theft Auto, right? If you're named in a civil lawsuit. And yes, you may have E&O or liability coverage, but let's be real. Do you really want to have to use it and deal with the prospect of your rates going up or worse, being dropped at your next anniversary? Do you desire a website, hosting included, with shopping cart functionality already baked into the cake? What happens if you or one of your partners meets their maker? Who inherits the business? Who shoulders the responsibility? Do you really want to leave that up to chance or base your decisions on what you think you know about estate planning versus having an estate planning attorney educate you? Now, some of you may already have access to an attorney. Great. However, many of our Fortune 500 companies have access to an army of attorneys. We have judges, attorneys, and even law firms who utilize our services. Why? Because we all know that attorneys specialize just like doctors. You wouldn't contact a podiatrist, right? A foot doctor to operate on your brain. It just wouldn't make sense. What makes more sense? Relying on your general practitioner friend, call and hope your one attorney is available to you every time you have a question or concern, or have access to law firms all across the nation. I worked with a business owner who enjoyed success in the beverage distribution industry several years ago. He, the marketer and salesperson, and his former best friend, accountant, enjoyed $1 million in revenue their first year. Happy story, right? Well, he visited the warehouse one day and found it empty. He sprinted to the office and found a monitor and mouse waiting for him. I discovered shortly thereafter that he had his criminal law attorney friend, general practitioner, review a partnership agreement printed offline via a Google search. He and his good friend, the general practitioner, right, he got involved in a business matter regarding a tort law issue. And as a result, today he's DJing, trying to make ends meet while his former county friend is enjoying the fruits of the business in another state. I knew a landscaper who secured a highly lucrative contract with a megachurch, invested in the tools and the personnel that service the account, only to have the pastor inform him that they wanted to go a different direction with a friend of the church. What chance did he have, right? Fortunately, he had our membership. Our law firm shot off what we like to refer to as a motivational letter to the pastor and his legal team, and a month later, they cut a check covering the remainder of the year. Why? Because it cost them less money to do the right thing by him, as opposed to the prospect of defending their bad behavior in a courtroom against another law firm. I had the opportunity to work with a business owner of a staffing agency recently. Unfortunately, one of his commercial drivers struck and almost killed another driver out of state. And he had 3 immediate issues, right? He doesn't know whether the driver was at fault, and the authorities are en route. Very soon, the local authorities will be showing up on his doorstep, and he was dealing with the prospect of having to file a claim with the insurance company, meaning his rates are going to skyrocket, or depending on the circumstances, he's going to be dropped come the anniversary date. How much do you think it was worth for that business owner to receive out-of-state counsel from our network of law firms, to be able to receive counsel regarding how to engage with the local authorities, and have our law firms engage the other parties of attorney, resulting in a far more favorable settlement, and not have to file a disastrous claim with his insurance company? It cost the aforementioned business owners approximately $100. That's it, for all the assistance I just shared regarding the aforementioned. Additionally, how much would it be worth to consult with market consultants to better brand and publicize your business? Regardless of what kind of business you operate, we all wake up thinking, how can I secure my next customer? How do I create an effective sales funnel, convert more customers to repeatedly buying clients that refer their friends and family, and accomplish these things and more systemically in our business? How much should I pay for optimization? How does SEO work? Are Facebook ads worth the investment? How much does it really cost to acquire a website or a good landing page, hosting and shopping cart functionality included? What is the difference between a non-circumvent or a non-compete or a confidentiality agreement? Where can I find a good contact manager, improve my customer service practices, and put systems in place to manage my communications with my customers? One of the biggest challenges associated with being in business is finding good employees, onboarding them properly, and keeping them. How much would it be worth to be able to ask questions on a regular basis with human resource consultants? How much is it costing you on a daily basis not to have access to these resources? And how many more customers could you be serving if you address these challenges? It is because of this incredible value proposition that we've had 2 private equity firms, MidOcean Partners and Stone Point Capital, invest approximately $2 billion in our company over the last several years. And needless to say, we're very well financed and have the resources to deliver quality service. And our legal and business consultants are answering the call of our individual and business clients to meet their needs to the tune of over 40,000 times a week. In other words, we're not looking for guinea pigs to see whether or not our services work. Our services are in high demand and we have very high utilization. Look, as a fellow entrepreneur, I understand it's necessary to use money to invest and grow a business. You don't want to starve the baby. And at the end of the day, I look at my dollars like foot soldiers. I want to send them out, and when they return, I want them to return with more captured dollars. I'm assuming we all can agree with that. So in summary, what's in it for you? Well, if you hired a legal and business planning professional to perform all the aforementioned services and some, how much would you have to pay them on a monthly basis to provide the following? Unlimited telephone consultations, draft and send collection letters, contract and document review, show up to court for trial, and provide IRS protection. And a 25% discount for pre-existing conditions, or if you desire to go on the offense. Monitor your social media presence, maintain your website for you, offer unlimited access to marketing and tax and accounting advice and direction, produce documents upon request. Oh, and be available 24 hours around the clock electronically and available by phone during regular business hours. How much would you have to pay just one highly qualified professional to provide all or any of these services? And how many decisions have you put off, delayed, or opportunities have you not taken advantage of by not having access to these resources? So here's the thing. There's a cost to have access to our services, and there's a cost not to have access. Depending on the number of employees you have, the scope of your business, and whether you require a trial defense to protect you from litigation, business owners are paying between $49.85 to $169 per month for a membership that provides everything I shared. Less than the cost of a discount cell phone agreement or one night out for dinner for a family, or roughly $2 to $5 a day. Keep in mind, it's a membership, not a contract. We earn your business on a monthly basis, and I think everyone listening will agree with me that you cannot place a price on having a solid team around you. I encourage you, follow up with the person who invited you to learn about these invaluable services and find out which membership is most suitable for you. Ask about our membership perks program that provides you with deep discounts on insurance, clothing, travel, office supplies, automobile purchases, internet and cell phone services, airline and hotel reservations, equipment, and much more. We believe entrepreneurship is empowerment. And while everyone may not be cut out to be business owners, we recognize that we simply need more successful entrepreneurs and leaders empowering themselves, employing others in our communities. It was a pleasure and a privilege. And once again, consult the individual who invited you to get questions answered and or enroll. Much success and goodbye for now.